journal's secret: when reality disappears, I wake up with a start from the sounds. They're coming from the lake again. The clock shows 3:14, the same time as every night since I found the journal. The notes from a violin dance across the water, luring me out into the darkness. It's been 3 weeks since I moved into my grandfather's old cabin to find inspiration for my illustrations. I found inspiration, but also something else. When the journal reveals loss of reality, it started when I tore up the old floorboards in the study to lay a new floor. Under a loose board lay a leather-bound journal, its pages yellowed by time. The first entry dated 1887. I should have left it there. The notes are getting stronger now. I take out the journal from the nightstand, flip to the page where the text changes from neat 19th century handwriting to my own handwriting that I don't remember writing. The neck calls. The boundary between water and land blurs. Just like the boundary between dream and reality. Frederick, the village historian, warned me yesterday. He looked at the journal with a mixture of fascination and fear. Sophia, this is Elias Bergström's diary. He disappeared by the lake in 1889 after claiming he could hear music from the water. People talked about him being affected by the neck's curse. You don't believe in Swedish folklore and tales about the neck, I laughed. There's truth in old legends, he replied seriously. Be careful with what you read. Journals sometimes preserve more than just words. The cabin that erases reality on the 7th night it happened. I woke up to the music and walked in a trance to the lake. There, on a stone at the water's edge, sat a man playing a violin. His silhouette was blurry against the moonlight. When he turned toward me, his face was my own, but older, weathered. Then the morning after, the entries began appearing in the journal. Pages filled with my handwriting, descriptions of meetings with the man by the lake, notes about how time unfolded like an accordion, days repeating themselves. Yesterday I saw a man in the village that no one else seemed to notice, Elias. He smiled and waved at me from the forest edge before disappearing among the trees. When I asked at the village store, no one knew anyone by that name except that poor soul who drowned over 100 years ago. My sister Emma calls every day now, worried. You sound strange, Sophia. That stuff about the journal and the neck, it's just old superstition. Come back to Stockholm. But I can't, because every time I read the journal, the music becomes clearer and the lake closer. I've started finding aquatic plants in my bed in the mornings, wet hair on the pillow. Tonight I'll lock the door with a chain, put silver tape over the windows, burn the journal. But I already hear the strings calling from the lake, and when I look at my reflection in the bathroom, I see that my eyes are deep, infinitely blue. I've never had blue eyes. This is my last entry. If anyone finds this journal after me, leave it be. Throw it back into the lake where it belongs. For in the journal, loss of reality is preserved, and the neck waits for the next soul thirsting for inspiration. The music is calling. I must go to the water now.